Today on CityCast Boise. Roaring Springs Water Park is a cool oasis in our high desert, and I've got a decade's worth of tips and tricks that I'm sharing with our executive producer, Frankie Barnhill. From when the lines are the shortest to the lowdown on their new cocktail menu, plus my favorite way to save money while staying hydrated. It's Thursday, July 18th. I'm Lindsay Van Allen, and this is what Boise's talking about.
All right, Lindsay, I need to know, how many years have you and your family been going to Roaring Springs in Meridian?
I would have to say it's almost been a decade.
Wow.
9 or 10 years. Yeah. Yeah. We really like to go. It's really fun.
And your kids, their range of ages, how old are they again?
Yeah. I've got a 15-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 9-year-old.
I mean, it sounds like, yeah, you're the perfect person to talk to about this because I've never been to Roaring Springs. I also don't have kids, so I feel like it's not for me. But maybe disavow me of that if you can. I mean, it's obviously for families, right? Like, could someone like me go and like have any fun? I don't know.
Absolutely. I enjoy going, but I think my kids are older, so I'm having a different experience than when people have younger kids or toddlers. But I love going. I like to hop in the lazy river, cool off.
Okay. A lazy river, that sounds nice. I like the branding.
Yeah, exactly. Get into a lounge chair, read a little bit. Once I get too warm, hop back in the lazy river. So it's just a nice way to lazily be outside, lightly outdoorsy. It's a nice, lightly outdoorsy.
Okay, well, of course, it's so damn hot. That is the story of the whole summer, it feels like, at this stage.
Yeah.
So you guys, do you have a season pass? I was looking at the website and see that that's a thing that some people seem to get into. So you're going often enough that it makes sense for a season pass? How does that work?
Absolutely. Well, so for my family to go one time, it would cost us about $260.
Oh,
just
wow.
for one day.
Okay.
So a season pass costs us about 3.5 days worth of going.
Oh, wow.
So it is kind of a big expense, but with my kids being older, it just makes sense. They can go hang out with their friends there. So instead of having to, help them find $45 or whatever it is every time, they can just go, not a big deal. I also, whenever, if I'm going to spend $200, $250 and go one day, I'm like, we're going from open to close. You're going to be there all day. We're going to get our money's worth. Yeah. And then that always, I don't know. I think I'm kind of sensitive to getting sun sick. And if I'm outdoors too long, I just feel gross for a few days. So with the season pass, we can go for 2 hours.
And not feel bad about it.
Not feel bad about it. Yeah. So if we go an hour or two a couple times a week, I feel like I'm getting my money's worth. And then if you also have the season pass, you get these little bands now so that you can put money on them and, just use that to purchase stuff. So you don't have to take cards and stuff. And that has been so handy with teenagers and middle school kids. I can put a little bit of money on their band if they're going. I don't have to worry they're going to lose my debit card or lose their cash or it's going to get wet. And so just for the phase that my family's in, it really makes a lot of sense. And we get a lot of use out of it and it's a lot of fun.
Wow. So I'm seeing, if I'm reading this right, so it's 180 plus tax for the season pass versus spending, that much in a full day if you take a family of 4 or 5 or something like that. So okay, fair enough. So if you're spending the day at the park with your family, maybe let's talk about what do you pack for your kids or what do you make sure that they're packing, kind of thinking about the family side of it, what's in the bag?
Oh, yeah. So we got to, always got to do a towel check, make sure everybody's brought their towels. So, that's no matter their age, you always got to remind them, make sure you're bringing a towel. Kids love to have the goggles. So I always make sure they've got their goggles, sunscreen, lots more sunscreen than you think you're going to need because it all just washes off and it's quite expensive at the park. So I always bring more than I think I need. Face sunscreen, chapstick with sunscreen. I take that very seriously. Very seriously.
I definitely remember the water park experience of getting the sunburn was really bad.
Yes.
So good for you.
Yes. No, us children of the 90s, man. Just running around with sunburns all over the place.
Yep.
I also always bring the refillable mugs. So Roaring Springs has these refillable mugs. I believe they're about $10, a little cheaper if you have a season pass. And when you have those, you can get a refill of any beverage, sodas, different things for $1.99. So it's just
Oh, nice tip.
just a quick way, easy, an easy, more inexpensive way to keep everyone hydrated while we're playing. And then I always bring my hat, my sunglasses, and a book because my kids are old enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say they can go do all of the water slides. I'll do that a little bit, but then I can also get some reading in.
And are there nice, like, what's the layout for, like, are you finding like a chaise lounge? Like, what's that vibe like?
Oh, yeah. I always try to find a lounge. If you go like first thing, it's, right when they open, right
Like
at 11
a.m., right? That's when they open. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it is pretty easy. They've really, over the past few years, I do have to say they've done a good job getting a lot more seating and a lot more shaded seating. So I just find a spot with like partial sun, partial shade, get a couple lounge chairs out, throw the towels on them, and yeah, just kind of have a nice spot. Spam sucks. It clogs your email, your text messages, and is a waste of time. Did you know that spam starts with your personal data being sold? When you get online, data brokers collect information like your phone number, social security number, even your health and financial records. They sell your info to businesses, and then they use your personal info to target you. If you're sick of spam and scammers, you should check out Incogni. That's Incogni. They scrub your info so it can't be sold. It takes just a few minutes to set up an account, and they have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose but spam and scammers. Protect your data, time, and sanity. Use code CityCast for 55% off the annual plan at Incogni.com. That's Incogni.com.
Okay, so I read on the website that you're not allowed to bring in your own food or drink, which always makes me skeptical of places because I'm just like, come on, like let's be able to pack our own, especially when it's so expensive and for families.
Yes.
What do you think about that policy?
I also don't love it because, let me bring some sandwiches. Come on. Like I'm already spending money here.
Do you feel like there's affordable food inside the park?
Affordable is that really depends on who you're asking, I guess.
Yeah, it's subjective, sure.
It is subjective for sure. I think there are ways to do food inexpensively. Honestly, that's one of the reasons I love a season pass is we can go in between meal times. So
smart.
I'm not buying food at the park
right,
unnecessarily.
So everybody eats lunch first and then goes or whatever.
Yeah, eat a big breakfast. We'll go to the park. As soon as you're hungry, we're going home. But if you do want to get food there are some ways I've done it that are inexpensive, or sometimes we do want to get a little snack there. They have things like corn dogs for $6 that are really big. So I've gotten them and split them between the kids before. They do have the pizza deal that we've done off and on where you get a pizza, breadsticks, and 4 sodas for like $38. Another good deal that we found is the nachos are huge. So we'll order 2 servings of the nachos, and that's enough to feed my whole family, including teenagers. So I think the nachos are a pretty good deal. Again, the drink refills, if you have one of their mugs, are only $1.99. So that's an inexpensive way to keep everybody drinking beverages. So there are ways to do it more inexpensively. But it is, you are at a water park. It's not, dollar menu stuff. It's not, the cheapest food you're going to get, but there is room to have kind of budget friendly food options, or obviously to splurge if you're just having a big, complete, fun, blowout water park day, just completely splurging.
Yeah. Also so fun. Whatever. Nostalgia. Dippin' Dots. I saw that Dippin' Dots
yes.
are at this park, and I was like, wow. That takes me back.
Yes, exactly. Or the favorite with my kids, if they always beg for the huckleberry funnel cake. So
ooh, wow.
it is really good. It is good. It's it's $15. Sometimes we do it. Sometimes I'm like, we don't do that every time we go to the water park, guys.
This will not be an expectation. So if you're suggesting for a family who's just trying it out, going for one day and does need to set aside money, like how much would you guess, like a family of a mom and 2 kids, how much should they bring?
I would really say really plan on $30 to $45 per meal.
Yeah.
Just to really make sure if you're staying all day, everyone needs to be fed. Everyone needs plenty of beverages. I would really plan on $30 to $45 per meal.
And you're eating classic kind of fair food is what it looks like for the most part. I did see a Caesar salad on there though. So
there are some. I was going to say with the grill, and that's new this year.
That's the one of the new things is this grill, right? What's it called? Geyser Grill or something?
Yeah, I think Geyser Grill. I don't know. I don't look at it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm here.
I just go order food. They do have rice bowls and salads, and those are actually really, really good. They aren't the cheapest things on the menu if you're really trying to like budget friendly with your kids. It's not going to be that, but they are quite good.
You mentioned this, but I mean, do you feel like that in particular, like that grill, that like bar setup, that feels like that's kind of trying to cater more to adults, obviously. Have you ever grabbed a drink at that bar?
Yeah, I have. That was actually something I thought was really fun that they opened. Now that my kids are older, so everybody's off, doing water slides. My husband and I can have a drink and chat.
Safely enjoying themselves, yeah.
Exactly. You have to keep drinks at the grill or in cabanas. So you can't walk around the park with it.
Okay.
But they have a really nice seating area. It's by some of the kids' stuff, some of the new attractions. So you can keep an eye on your kids. It's not, it's not way off in the corner where you can't see anything that's happening. But they have huckleberry vodka, which I think is delicious. And so I've had it in a frozen lemonade, which was really, really good. Very refreshing on a hot day. And something called the 44 Special. And it was the huckleberry vodka and blood orange puree, lemon, and soda. So that was really good too.
Nice. With the 44 North vodka. Okay. All right. So, yeah, do you think that they're doing a better job maybe of catering to adults with these new accommodations? Like, what else could they possibly do? I mean, it's a water park. It's for kids. It's for kids.
Yeah.
But I keep trying to find a way to like, how can I go and have fun with my 30 plus year old friends and not be a weirdo, but also enjoy myself?
No, I think it's, I have a friend who's coming up from out of town and she and I are planning on going there. I think, there's lots of, if you don't have kids, you're not planning on going with kids. There's more adult food. There are separate areas for like sitting and cabanas and things that are away from where all the kids are. And so there's seating areas not right next to like the splash pads and where they're dumping, the potato bucket of water and stuff. So there are more, it's a water park, but there are places that are quieter or where we can just be having a nice conversation or reading.
Yeah. Not cannonballs like splashing your book and ruining your moment.
No.
Okay. Let's talk about the rides though. Cause they do seem incredible and like, there's a lot of different options. What do you think are the best rides? Like where do your kids really like to spend their time? Let's start with the kid question.
I have reached the fantastic stage where everyone is 48 inches or taller. So,
which I was like, okay, 4 feet. Yep.
Everyone can go on every ride. Everybody is a competent swimmer. So I feel good about everyone going everywhere. They love all of the big water slides. The Viper's Vortex, the Snake River Run. There's the ones that just like, they call it like the plunge or something. You're just like going straight down. They really like the avalanche. I don't love that one so much. That one gives me whiplash.
What is it?
You like drop and it's like a half pike kind of a thing where you just like drop, and I'm doing this motion like anybody could see it. And then you go like up the other side and then back down. And anyway, it scares me and it hurts my neck. So I'm too old for that one.
You got to have those young joints to be okay with that. I was going to say,
the kids love it.
Yeah.
It's just going to give me a headache.
Yeah.
But I think the wave pool is really fun. I love the lazy river that we talked about, but they also put in a new lazy river. They call it Class 5 Canyon. It's got a little bit of like wave pool stuff, and they have like those little paddle boards from like swim lessons in the 90s.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And so you hold on to those and it just kind of like pushes you all along. I think that's really fun. I enjoy that.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, a little less, just like lays along on a lazy river in a tube. It's a little more active, I guess.
Love it. This Critter Crossing I just saw this on the website. It's one of the new things. And
Yeah.
like kids are like crossing on these like floatable like animals and creatures and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like little mini ninja obstacle courses or
Yeah,
something
where you
across
gotta
the
like
water.
hold onto the rope and crawl across. Yes. Yeah.
Any other things with what they've done new or what are they missing? What do you want to see that the park doesn't have, whether it's attractions or just like more chaise lounges or I don't know, more tree cover? I'm like, where's the shade?
Yes.
As
Always.
the pale person
Yeah.
on the podcast. Where is the shade?
I think they've done a good job. I mentioned before, I think they've done a good job implementing more shade. I would always love to see more. There are so many areas where there's these great like chase lounges to lay, but there's no umbrella and it's 90 degrees beating sun down on you. And like
that plastic burns you real quick when you sit down.
Yes, exactly. So always I would love more shade or like you said, maybe more, even if it's like fake or just like this one little area, some tree cover, something. Always still looking for that. Again, if you come a little later, you might have a hard time finding shade and it's just so hot for that. And then I'd like to see more of like the family tube rides. They have 2 of them.
Okay.
That are fun that my family does. I know they've got more plans implemented for more slides. They've got lots of more phases of development that they're working on. But I would definitely like to see more of those because I have a fun time doing those with my kids.
Where you're literally like on the same floating device together, or what do you mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's like a big 4 or 5 person inner tube kind of thing and the bottom is closed off. I think those are really fun. There's ones for like 2 people or where like one person sits in front and one person sits in the back. And those are fun. I just have a fun time doing it with all my kids. And we have 5 people. So sometimes it gets a little like who's going to ride with whom.
Cute.
That can cause some fights and stuff. So just more of like, everybody can sit in one tube, no fights. We all know we're all sitting together for this ride. I just think those are really fun. And yeah, it's fun to see everybody's reaction going down a slide.
So what do you think are the best times to go? And are there any days of the week that you would avoid? I mean, obviously the weekends are going to be crazy, but what have you learned in the like 10 years of going to this park?
First thing in the morning is the best time, or like 11:30 or so you aren't waiting in line with everyone who wants to get in right away.
Sure.
It just gets busier as the day goes on. And so we try to hit it up first thing in the morning. The lines are shorter. You can get a better spot. You can get a better parking spot. Saturday is always, I've seen, the busiest day. So if you're going to go on a weekend, Sundays are usually a little less busy than Saturdays. But weekdays are much less busy than weekends.
What about parking? Parking's free, right? And are there always enough spots? How does that work?
Yeah, in the past, occasionally we had to park at like Wahoo's, which is the like same company's like arcade area.
Yeah, like the indoor play area.
Yes, yeah. Or sometimes we did have to park across the street and walk, but they did expand the parking lot this year. And so far this year, I haven't run into that issue. Parking is free. There's usually lots of parking. There is not any shade over the parking area.
Okay.
So you're going to want to put some kind of a cover over your steering wheel or something, especially if you're going to be in there for hours.
Yeah.
Or we've done the whole like sitting in the car while it's hot. It's been baking under the sun. You're in your swimsuit and we're all burning our butts.
Yeah.
So
slowly waiting for the AC to kick in.
Yeah. Turn it on till we're all dying. So that's always my recommendation is just get some kind of a shade because there's not good like tree cover or anything in the parking lot.
Okay, Lindsay. Well, thank you so much for all of these great insider tips. Honestly, it sounds like a lot of fun. So I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you guys have so much fun, that you and your family enjoy this so much. And I might have to hit it up sometime. I don't know. We'll see.
I was going to say, hey, you should come.
Maybe I should join you guys.
I can show you a great time. Yeah.
Can I be part of your family for the day to go to Roaring Springs?
Absolutely. We'll let you use one of our refillable mugs.
Oh, perfect.
That's all for today here on CityCast Boise. If you enjoyed the show, we would love it if you would leave us a review so more people can find us. We'll be back tomorrow morning with our Friday News Roundup. See you then.